it's Galina and welcome back. Today I'm going to create a dimensional bright floral card. I have prepared 3 watercolor panels in a standard A2 size. One panel for each step, stenciling, coloring and die cutting. I'm going to start with my card background. I'm going to use a beautiful geometric stencil called Square Brick Stencil from Studio Katia. I taped it to the paper with a masking tape. And I want to apply a lot of ink through the stencil to create a bright card background. Before I start, I kept in mind that I want to color my flowers with yellow and pink paints, so I picked matching colors for the card background. Here I have some yellow, green, mint and blue colors. The last color is a super bright blue color and I will use it just a little bit. I'm using Distress mini inks to create a card background, and you can use any blendable inks you may have in your stash. And here I want to show you closer the finished panel. I love the texture of watercolor papers, and this kind of paper makes colors even brighter. Next I'm moving to stamping and heat embossing. I place my second watercolor paper into the stamping tool. And I'm going to stamp the image twice with a Versamark clear ink. I always use the stamping tool when I'm stamping on the watercolor paper. Without it, I can get a nice crisp image on the textured paper. And for this card, I picked a gold fine detail embossing powder to create the outline image. I haven't used this powder for a long time, and it's always good to go back for your favorite old supplies. I stamped and heat embossed 2 more flower images on the same paper. This shine is so beautiful. Next I'm going to color the flowers with my watercolor markers. I want to color them quickly without any specific shading. And these markers have a bright pigment inside, so most of flowers I will color with only one layer. Here is the finished result. What a beautiful background. I definitely need to recreate this card only with such background. But for now, I'm going to cut out those flowers with coordinating dies. So here I got my 3 flower bouquets, and now I'm going to cut out a frame for them. I'm going to use a biggest die and an oval die from Dotted Pattern set number 3 from Studio Katia, and I'm going to cut out this frame from a same watercolor paper. After die cutting, I got a few oval leftover pieces, and I will keep them for my another card project. Now I'm going to place the frame on the colorful panel, and I'm going to find the best places for my flowers. I'm going to place them under the frame, but I want the card background be visible. After that, I added a large foam tape from Studio Katia on the back side, and I attached the flowers. Now I'm going to apply liquid glue on the back, and this panel will be attached to the card background. To create a sentiment, I used letter dies from Chunky Alphabet die set, and I cut out them twice, from a green cardstock and a white cardstock. I stacked green and white letters together to create a nice shade behind the die cuts. Next, I heat embossed a little sentiment using a stamp from Floral Notes stamp set. I cut out a stripe and I'm going to attach it under the first sentiment. As a final touch, I'm applying a shimmer on the big letters. I'm using my NUVO shimmer pen. It will create a sparkle cover on the letters. And here's my finished card with a lot of beautiful details and shine. I hope you like this video. If so, please press thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you next week. Bye!